Finance and Economic Planning Dr. RwandaTV on Tuesday presented before the two chambers of Parliament the 2021-2022 budget worth an estimated 3.8 trillion Rwandan francs, a 342 billion Rwandan franc increase compared to the 2020-2021 budget. Domestic financing is expected to rise 67% of the national budget, an equivalent of 2.5 trillion Rwandan francs. Foreign aid will contribute to this by 16%, while loans and grants will contribute to a tune of 17% of the total national budget. The Minister for Finance and Economic Planning, Dr. RwandaTV, says that the next year's budget is based on the National Plan to Accelerate Development (NST1) and Vision 2050.
mu rwego rwo gutwara abantu n'ibintu gahunda y'ibikorwa biteganyijwe mu ngengo y'imari y'umwaka utaha.
The programs included in the national budget for the year 2021-2022 were selected to help accelerate the national strategy for transformation phase 1 and help in the fight of the effects of the pandemic. There were talks amongst the public institutions so that we could jointly decide on what and where to spend the funds in this coming fiscal year.
N'imishinga bizitabwaho mu mwaka utaha ndetse no mu gihe giciriritse.
The national budget cake for the fiscal year 2021-2022 will be shared. 2.413 billion of the total budget, which is 63.4%, will be channeled to the current budget, while 1.577 billion, which is 41.4%, will be used in the developmental projects and public investments. The budget comes after the Rwanda economy fell by 3.4% in 2020 due to the measures to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning predicts that in the next 2 years, the economy will return to its previous pace before the pandemic, where by the end of 2021, the Rwandan economy is expected to grow at a rate of 5.1%. By 2022, it will grow by 7%, and in 2023 and 2024, it will reach about 7.8%. The agricultural sector is projected to grow at 5.7%, the industrialization sector 7.9%, the service sector 3.9%, hotels and restaurants 4%, trade and transport 3%, and the construction sector by 11.6%. Dr. RwandaTV says the government is continuing its efforts to ensure that the economic recovery program is not thwarted.
Amafaranga menshi azakoreshwa mu bikorwa biteganyijwe mu kuzahura ubukungu harimo.
Most of the money will be allocated in trying to revive the economy, including the Economic Recovery Fund and the money that we are going to inject there. We will also lean on the vaccination program. We will also be trying to reduce the global low market prices shocks, especially in the export sector, and the government will follow closely throughout to ensure that appropriate measures are held.
The effects of the pandemic on trade and the low market prices on the export products would likely affect the economy. While COVID-19 continues to affect the air transport and tourism sectors, it is expected that there will also be less foreign investment due to the effects of the pandemic around the world, all of which could reduce the public spending.